we passed the Disability Act. An act is law that says these people are entitled to A, B, C, D. So why are we not enforcing the laws? Do we pick and choose the laws to enforce?
Welcome to the Unfinished Bridge podcast, a production by the Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Foundation to inspire and promote a just and inclusive Nigeria.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Unfinished Bridge, a podcast by the Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Foundation. I'm Halima, your host for today, and joining us is a very special guest who was elected to represent the Birnin Kebbi Kogo Bunza Federal Constituency. That always takes me for a loop, but he was elected and is the youngest member in the House of Representatives. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So we'll jump right in. Can you take us through your political journey, particularly running for election, the campaign process, everything? How was it like?
Well, first and foremost, I would like to thank you for having me. It's a great honor to be here on the Unfinished Bridge at the Yar'Adua Center, a place I consider to be a national monument. And I'll tell you, my political journey is somewhat unique because, to be honest, maybe 2 months to the 2023 elections, I don't think I would have thought or seen myself here. But yes, I did come from a political background. My dad has been involved in active politics, both at the state and national level. But my older brother, was contesting for this seat. He contested in 2019. Unfortunately, he lost the election. Went back, prepped up for the 2023 elections. Unfortunately, he passed away January 6th, just a month to this elections. And the good people of Birnin Kebbi Kogo Bunza, across party divides, decided there was no one better to fill the void than my humble self. And it's been a year now. We've ran and won the elections, and we're delivering the true dividends of democracy to these great people of Birnin Kebbi Kogo Bunza Federal Constituency.
How do you think your age affects the way you view governance and representation in general?
There's two sides to the coin. My age doesn't really determine how I view governance. We all view governance as an institution to bring better to the lives of the people. So I believe at whatever age, you should be able to want the betterment of your nation, of your people. But coming into governance at a time where the older generation have occupied all the seats, basically the front row seats. At the same time, the people being governed are largely in the same demographic as I am at this age. There's a certain shift that needs to come into place, and it's starting. The wave has started. But personally, I believe across the board, if we put it together, the youths have the largest population. We own the nation tomorrow. We own it today, actually. So if we have the same drive to see a better Nigeria, then I don't see how age or being in youth should be much of an impact in governance. It's about the mindset. I think it's the mindset, putting the country first, no matter what age you are, no matter your tax bracket. Have the country first before any other selfish interests.
What are the challenges you face in the House, and how do you overcome them?
Challenges, I mean, nothing in life comes without challenges. Nothing good, to be honest. At first, people were impressed by the history that was made. But at the same time, let me go back to mindset. Because a lot of these older generation people that occupied the seat have a certain image of the youth and their mindset. How it's sort of about quick money, where unserious, someone called us lazy Nigerian youth at some point. So you need to actually step up to make an impact. But To be honest, I'll tell you my political journey is unique, as I told you. So I can't highlight any challenges so far. It is like going into school for the first day. There's always a challenge. You need to find out how to cite your references. You need to know where the principal's office is. So it's like that with coming into governance. But I don't like to look at them as challenges. It's opportunities and breaking those doors open. So yeah, one challenge, or if we can call it that, is the perception. Okay, what is this young man going to do? Why is this young man here? Until we make a point, until you show yourself. But it's been welcoming. It's a lovely experience. I'll tell you, it's not easy representing people, because the expectations of the people as well is not really what it seems on the inside. The people see the unlimited figures on the news daily, and they just believe it's right there in your personal pockets. People are not aware of, so this is challenges from one side. I've spoken to you about on the inside, it's been a good ride so far. But from the other side, from people you're representing, they see the unbelievable figures and believe you have it all, you can do it overnight. But even with government that has budgets, there's bureaucracy, there's red tape, there's processes, there's everything. But the people don't understand. They don't see that. They don't want to hear that. So that's definitely one of my greatest moves, to educate the people now about what my role is. If I switch to a different role tomorrow, I'd like to educate them about that role as well. Let them know this is what we're working with. This is how we're trying to work this system to bring the dividends of democracy back to them.
But in retrospect, is there anything you wish you knew about the job before you stepped into the role?
Yes, the people. Absolutely.
These people.
The people to be represented, the people being represented. I'm the kind of person that likes to think I'm not perfect. I can't do everything. I'm no superhuman.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe if an opportunity comes to do something, to help people, nation building, people have done it. I believe personally, if you put me in that situation, in any situation, I should be able to learn the ropes. It's the going to school theory.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to school, you'll definitely learn the ropes over time. And if you're there to actually study, you'll study. So if you're in governance to do the right thing, the opportunity to do the right thing is there.
Mm-hmm.
That's that aspect. But you see the people that don't understand, if I had the information that they didn't understand, and there would be this much pressure, there would be this much demand. They don't have ridiculous demands. They have demands for the right things, but they want them in the here and now, which as a member in the legislature, I don't really have the means to the here and now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a process.
Yeah.
So if I had known this beforehand, maybe I would learn to be a little bit more patient and understanding with them. But I can tell you really and truly, growing up in a political family, having a lot of mentors, a lot of people that have tried to show you the ropes even before you understood what they were trying to show to you. And with God Almighty on our side, I can tell you it's been a really good run. We're doing well and we'll continue to do even better.
So what issues are you prioritizing as a representative? I know you did a solar project last year, and I did do my research, and you moved the motion about the Disability Act of 2018 recently as well. Yeah. So tell us more about that.
So I have the youthful exuberance to want to dabble into a bit of everything. But one of the things I said I was going to try and do while I was campaigning is the theory of continuous improvement. to the day-to-day lives of the people. If they do things one way, how do we make the same process easier for them tomorrow? So in terms of education, human capital development, that's one sector really dear to me. I've been working on that even before joining politics. You find a lot of people either don't have access to the education, whether formal or informal, or they have access to it, but they have the formal education and can't put it into practice. Really and truly, let's put the job market aside for now. Everyone knows the state of that. But you've gone to school, but gained a degree or even an MSc, but you can't come out and produce a good business plan, set up and execute that business plan. Practical skills are non-existent. So I'm looking into the areas of education, improvement, both the formal and informal sector. I represent a region, I come from the northern part, where our figures, out of school figures are...
The highest in the world, actually.
You know, they're the highest in the world, but I don't see why.
Yeah.
I've campaigned in areas where there are brand new schools that have been built, not used, and they've started becoming dilapidated. So are we saying there's not enough schools for people to go? What's the case with the brand new schools that have not been used, are dilapidated? Is it a staffing problem? There's a lot. I talk too much. There's a lot of...
It's the passion.
the passion is there. It's there. Another thing is farming. Farming is very dear to me. I come from Kebbi State, a huge farming region. Nigeria's wealth, Nigeria's pride is from farming, not the oil that we're all crazy about now. Nigeria was built on farming. So again, going back to continuous improvement, these people are used to primitive farming practices. It's not efficient. It's not economically viable. That's why our produce, no matter how good, we have the best leather, but primitive methods, we cannot make the most of these farming products. We can't even maximize output. So how do we train and equip with modern implements? If you come back to healthcare, I don't know, don't take this the wrong way, but in terms of healthcare, when it comes to women, young girls, I like to blend healthcare and education together, because we have a lot of out-of-school girls, and then a lot of health challenges. Women are the mothers, naturally, especially in a northern society. They take care of the household. So when they have a lack of education, including lack of education in terms of basic healthcare, ways to take care of themselves, first aid for the kids, first aid for maybe the husbands that go to the farm, you find those communities, those societies are lacking. You find people dealing with things a lot more worse than they should have if they had the exposure and the education. So when it comes to empowering the woman folk, the girl child, education and healthcare, I like to intertwine. It's healthcare is not just about the practical, the theory of it as well. If you get a cut now, you know the basic steps.
Salt.
Not the painful step, the basic steps. I would just put water. But
Yeah.
So there's a lot of sectors I'm interested in. You spoke about my motion on disability. We passed the Disability Act. An act is law that says these people are entitled to A, B, C, D. So why are we not enforcing the laws? Do we pick and choose the laws to enforce? These people did not choose to be I don't like calling them
Persons with
disabled.
disabilities.
I don't like calling them disabled. Disabilities.
Differently abled. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take your word. Differently able. They didn't choose to be.
Mhm.
So why can't they lead their day-to-day lives the way they were created and be protected? I mean, the laws that govern you don't really protect you because you're able. These same laws are not just to protect them. Nobody's cushioning anybody. It is just saying everybody can lead a day-to-day life in peace.
Yeah.
So it's just a reminder. That motion was a reminder. Let's enforce that law.
Yeah.
So I could sit and talk about a lot of things that are dear to me, but I like to talk less.
Do more.
Do more.
Yeah.
Do more. We are doing a lot of work in terms of different sectors. I want to be able to say I've made an impact. This sector, been able to do this, education, agriculture, been able to do this. So maybe when we achieve those, we can come back and talk about them. But for now, they're in the pipelines.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. Do you have any parting words of advice to aspiring Nigerians who wish to follow in your footsteps?
I mean, it's always cliche to have words of advice, tell everybody they can do it. Listen,
Never give up.
Never give up, yeah. Really and truly, but to be honest, yeah. You can do it, but I believe we can do it. I'm a strong believer in joining forces. There's an old adage that says the king of numbers is better than the king of strength.
Yeah.
So the strength is our numbers. We, the youth, we have the largest demographic figures in the nation. Let's put heads together. And I go back and say it time and time again. Let's put heads together in the interest of the nation. If you look at what Paul Kagame did, I don't like mentioning names, but in Rwanda, one of the first things he did was he changed the mindset. You're not from this tribe, you're not Hutu, you're not Tutsi, you're Rwandan. The idea is the nation first. So when we have that mindset, a lot of the differences that have been put forth to us will take a back seat. When we have that mindset of nation building first, then we really can do it. I would go on to say, let's work hard. Hard work always pays off. And be good to the people around you, because you never know where you might find yourself. I mean, when my brother passed away, if we weren't good to the people around us, I don't think anybody would be interested in me filling the seat. I could go on and on with advice, but nation first, Nigeria first.